up, Blockchain Nation? What up, YouTube? Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. For those who watch on a consistent basis, I want to say a big thank you. You are far too kind. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button below so that you can get weekly notifications whenever I release videos. So quickly, question to ask now is this a good time to buy Bitcoin? I get asked that question all the time. Before I say anything, I want to say that this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. These are just my personal opinions and basically some research I have been doing, and so really a coalition of different things that are going on in the world, and this is just what I've noticed. So you can come up with your own conclusions, but yeah. So basically the question is, should I buy Bitcoin? And a couple of things are going on in the world, as we all know, with the coronavirus and stuff. And I guess we're wondering what the long-term implication of all this will be. So I want to start by saying that there are three major events currently that any one of those events could have a huge impact on the economy, on retirement plans, and the likes. So the first thing I want to highlight is this. Are we in a baby boomer retirement crisis? Now, really, the baby boom generation is a group of people who were born between 1946 and 1964. And obviously, when people are retiring in that age or in that age bracket, they would want to cash out on their retirement plans, like their 401ks and their IRAs and the rest. So just this alone is enough to cause some kind of shift in the economy. What does that mean? Now, look at this. You can read this, article from Investopedia. It says, are we in a baby boomer retirement crisis? Now, you should take the time and read this. So look at this. Baby boomers, the generation between 1946 and 1964, are retiring at a rate of around 10,000 people a day, which means that also many baby boomers do not have enough saved for retirement due to the lack of preparation. Well, we know that. So a boomer who owns their own home in an area with a lower cost of living can retire on a lot less than rent paying. Okay. I'm looking for something, and it doesn't seem to be here. But my point is, for every 100 people, I guess 5% will be wealthy. 1%, well, 5% will be financially few, 1% will be wealthy, 36 will be dead, and most of them will be broke. Don't let that be you. Anyway, I digress. Point is, a lot of people are retiring every single day. So the impact is, everything's about demand and supply. And so when you have loads of people who are retiring, what that means is that there's cashing out their IRAs, so they're cashing out their 401ks. The impact is that as they're cashing out their 401ks and their IRAs, they are selling stock, because really your IRA or 401k is tied to some share, some stock, or some mutual fund or the rest. So when all this happens, it has some kind of effect on the stock market, and everything is demand and supply. So my point is, the first thing is that because there are so many baby boomers retiring, the impact of this is outstanding. You have more people who are selling off their shares than people who are actually buying their shares. So the effect of this in itself is really, really great. It's really, really impactful on the economy itself. That can cause a huge change. Anyway, that's the first thing I want to highlight. Second thing I want to highlight, and this is one of the most important things, is excessive money printing. Now look at this. This is Germany in sometime before World War I. There was something called the currency of the Weimar Republic. The German, there we go, paper mark. Now what happened was, things were so bad during the war that they had printed so many of these currencies that after Germany lost the war, the currency became so devalued that there's a story of how they had a wheelbarrow that was full of the German Weissmark. And somebody stole the wheelbarrow and left the currency. It just became absolutely useless. What do I mean by all this? When you print money excessively, it eventually causes that money to lose its value. There's a wonderful link I'm going to put below for a wonderful video by a guy named Maloney I've talked about so many times, and it talks about how the effects of excessive money printing and how gold and silver is really the major store of value. Anyways, and so when you have money printed excessively over a period of time, it affects that currency. What we have right now is pretty much the same for every single currency around the world, where you have central banks that are printing and printing and printing. As of this recording, I don't know, trillions of dollars have just been printed for the economic bailout. And so the effect of this alone is really, really outstanding. So major economies have folded because of this, whether it's ancient Rome, ancient Greece, and now we have in this current time, people are just central banks are just printing money like whoa. So the effect of that alone is really, really, really devastating. So let me just show you this. And so what happens after that? Well, we'll get into that later. But yeah, that's the second thing, excessive money printing. The first was baby boomers retiring. Second was excessive money printing. And the third, yes, we know what's going on with the coronavirus pandemic, which is absolutely worrisome. And here are two of the effects of the coronavirus pandemic. One is we have mass unemployment. People are losing their jobs like crazy. It's really something that's about 20% unemployment in the United States of this recording, and also we have falling oil prices. So we have baby boomers retiring, we have excessive money printing, we have the coronavirus pandemic that is causing a lot in the world today. So the question is that when all this is said and done, what will be the after effect? So there are different possibilities in my personal opinion. Let's say that the fact that we can have a failing stock market. Let's say that we have a failure in currency. What happens next? Well, it could be one of a couple of things. One, the IMF can come out and say, because every currency has failed, because of the fact that we have so much inflation, do we go back to the SDR, special drawing rights? Basically what it is a basket of different kind of currencies. Here we go. Special drawing rights is supplementary foreign exchange reserve set by the IMF, which is just a pool of different currencies. So let's just say we have excessive money printing. Let's say the US dollar fails and every other currency fails, and this becomes the global currency, whereby everybody has to spend special drawing rights or some, I don't know, cryptographic backing of this special drawing rights. What happens if that is the case? Not going to be very good. That's one possibility. Second possibility is that we go back to a gold standard, whereby people or governments of the world decide to back their currency by gold. That's also a possibility, which I don't think is very possible. And the last, which is my absolute favorite, the cause of me putting this together this video is that crypto becomes the new medium of exchange. Crypto, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, or whichever crypto asset. I don't know which one it will be. It might be one of the above, it might be none of the above. But who knows? Better to be prepared for an opportunity, for something that doesn't happen, than not being prepared and happens anyway. So, which will it be? And lastly, also because this is the year of the halving of Bitcoin, who knows what the price will be? So, yeah. Anyways, that's me just rambling. So the question is, do we buy Bitcoin now? The answer is, I don't know. Bitcoin might go up, Bitcoin might come down. But either way, you need to do something. I don't think it makes sense to have all our resources or all your resources pooled in one single asset class when so much is going on in the world. One of these events that I just mentioned, just one of these events is enough to cause, I don't know, a lot of stuff to happen. So the fact that you now have all these three events happening at the same time, where you have baby boomers retiring, you have excessive money printing, and you have this coronavirus pandemic, the effects might be just, I don't know. I don't think we have begun to see what the long-term effect of all this will be. So, I know this video is a little bit all over the place, but it's 5 o'clock in the morning now. I've just had my coffee. Tell me what you think. Is this a good time to buy Bitcoin or not? Like I said, it's not financial advice. This is just my personal opinion. Opinions like noses. Everybody has one, and usually has a couple of holes in it. Anyways, until next time, my wish for you is that you learn more about money, you learn more about crypto, because I believe that crypto is changing and will change the world. And for those who get involved early, I think that they will greatly impact the future. If that's you, let's go change the world.